Hey everybody, it's 9 p.m. here in Maastricht, Holland. It's 3 p.m. in New York. It's 8 p.m. in the UK. And it's like something else everywhere. But I'm here with you simultaneously, all of my various selves. And we just finished me and a great Dutch acoustic bass player singer Peter Willems, an album today at the Music Fabriek or Music Factory here in Maastricht. At least I finished my part. He's further refining, I think, some vocals, but it sounds incredible. What am I going to say? It's a hit. I like to think that about everything that I put out. And yeah, I'm really excited that you can hear this album sooner than later. I hope. Really, really good work. And Peter, we worked on one of Peter's songs today, outstanding, vocally and melodically. And I played some, I was impressed. I mean, really, I really, worked a bit harder than normally. No, I'm always working really hard. Who am I kidding? And it sounded great in the playback today. And I want to thank Rob, who produced and recorded this. So what can I say? Hopefully it'll be unleashed on the world sometime in the new year. And I hope that everything is back to at least quasi-normal by then. It's certainly been an exciting roller coaster of the last few days, has it not? I tend to find Trump's pronouncements not really amusing, obviously, but just so much bluster. I mean, if there was ever a Mr. Bluster, if you know your Howdy Doody logos, now Trump would embody that character. Phineas T. Bluster, he's really, so full of hot air. But let's get right down to it. Oops. Yes, Nino Rota's fantastic theme for La Strada by Federico Fellini. I love this film, and I really love this theme music. And I'm into film music and TV music since I was a little boy, in a big way. And I actually started tonight with a theme from Walk on the Wild Side, which is not the greatest of movies, but certainly worthy of a look-see, and if only for the fantastic soundtrack by Elmer Bernstein, which was pretty much everywhere about 1961, vis-a-vis my friends' parents' basement rec rooms, or it was one of those albums that you'd see that had a very striking cover with the film poster graphics, and it famously stars Jane Fonda in really a bust-out role, let's say, or a breakout role. You have to see her to believe her. She's a force of nature, as is Capucine, who's so great in the Pink Panther, the eponymous Capucine, who tragically jumped out a window in Switzerland. She was a Swiss model turned film actress. And Lawrence Harvey is predictably great. It's got a screenplay by, among others, a great, fairly obscure American writer, John Fante, who I recommend you check out and read. He had a little bit of a renaissance in the literary criticism catechism, in the literati world a few years ago. And I've read most of his books that were republished, and he was quite great and pretty much overlooked. Let's see, what else can I say about it? Is Shelley Winters in this film? I'm trying to remember. Or is it... there's some other great stars and cameos of stars in this film, so check it out. The director is Edward Dmytryk. And I posted the title sequence by the great Saul Bass last night. So if you scroll down this timeline where this appears, you can see it, and he did Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho and Vertigo, and many great film music title sequences of indelible films. Also, Rear Window is quite good, and I'm leaving some out, but quite a few Hitchcock films. Anyway, Saul Bass's title. And what else can I tell you? It is my last night here in Holland. The Netherlands. It's officially the Netherlands as of about a year ago, which is okay by me. I love to be here in general, and have spent a great deal of time here over the years. And I'm very grateful. I just want to give a shout out again to Frank Veenstra, and I don't want to mangle her name because I've done it before, but Marika Mishka. Pardon me if I fucked it up, Marika, but they enabled me to come here, and it was touch and go with KLM as far as getting on the plane. I think I mentioned 3 weeks ago. But at the 11th hour, Dutch immigration prevailed, and I got the okay to board. And I feel very grateful and lucky indeed, because I know right now it's really difficult, particularly for Americans to travel abroad. And I don't blame the authorities as far as the levels of COVID are spiking all over the place, including in New York, where I'm headed to tomorrow via KLM. But anyway, that's why I'm always saying wear that mask and stay safe and social distance and all those things. I don't know, what else one can do until Pfizer unleashes this new vaccine. And for the record, I guess they had this vaccine development has nothing to do with Trump and Operation Warp Speed, and they were not part of it. So for Trump to claim credit, or his administration here in such a critical juncture in history, is just typical and, beyond absurd if it wasn't so unfunny. But, okay, well, play a little bit more for you. And also, so I got a couple left here. Don't forget this album if you like my film music interpretations and my original music. It's called Cine Fantastique. It came out on the Northern Spy label several years ago to some very good reviews. And it's got quite a nice booklet that I've restored because they didn't want to print out the booklet in the repressing, but hey, I thought I'd go the extra mile. Me for you. And let's see, the back cover is Mia Farrow in Rosemary's Baby and me playing to an image of her for my project, which is called Monsters from the Id, Rated X. If you know your science fiction films, the monster from the Id is the famously, actually animated by Disney studio technicians, monster in Forbidden Planet, the great science fiction film. I think it was 1957, starring Walter Pidgeon. I love that film. And anyway, as part of this project, I play to a montage collection of sequences from my favorite horror and science fiction, and a couple of erotic vignettes in there as well, courtesy of Roy Stewart. Go ahead, look him up. Anyway, so that shout out to Roy there in Paris. I wish I could get to Paris. I was really hoping to get to Italy too. I know they were working on some gigs for me, my wonderful agents over there, Luca Zanotti and Verdiana Garau. But it was, alas, not to be, because they just went into a lockdown again situation. And I don't know when I'll be back, but I hope sooner than later. I love to play, and I want to get out and work this new duo project with Peter on stages all over the world as soon as it's possible. So here's hoping. Hey, also big shout out to Ruben Tai at RMT Productions in the UK, who's doing a great job getting out the word about my new forthcoming album, January 29th, from Knitting Factory, The Essential Gary Lucas. And I was inspired to cop that title from a book of Lenny Bruce's sayings and routines called The Essential Lenny Bruce, which I got growing up. And I was like, essential? Well, it means I gotta get this, or does it mean it's the essence of this artist? I don't know. You could interpret it both ways, I hope. And I picked him, and it's always now in the aftermath, I'm like, no, I should have included this track. I don't know. But who knows? I mean, it's on CD. It's a double CD package with beautiful liner notes by Glenn Kenny, my old friend, and great artwork by Steve Byram. I don't have a copy anymore here. I brought one, and it got sent to my friend Emil Moore, who lives in London but covers the Scandinavian beat for many newspaper and magazine outlets there. So I hope, Emil, you got this okay. But look for it because it's coming soon, folks, and there's a video going to be released. And thanks again to my friend Paul Ryan down under, because he's been making some beautiful clips. And all on his lonesome with some suggestions for me with various, maybe video techniques that are, I don't know where he comes up with these ideas, but he did that promo for me that I used tonight, which is what looks like a vortex spinning behind me. I think it was an electric fan in the office of the great festival I played a couple summers ago in Serbia near the Croatian border, Emir Kusturica's festival. I don't know what they're calling it now, but then it was called the Bolshoi Music Festival. It featured many great young Serbian classical artists and many Russian classical prodigies who traveled. Serbia has a pretty good relationship with Russia. And anyway, I was playing live on Radio Moscow. Shock horror. Hey, I like to disseminate my music. I think music really can be political, of course, and I sure post a lot of tracks that are pointedly political, but it also is maybe the greatest means of establishing a common ground with people you might otherwise regard as your enemies. I mean, it surpasses spoken languages to penetrate people right in the heart. So I'm all for, music crossing international borders. I think it's a subversive weapon myself. So hey, that's it for the Dutch portion of my programming here in the last 3 weeks. I guess I've done 8 or 9 shows, and I'll be back this Thursday, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, playing for you, but this time from my apartment in New York. I can't wait to get back and see Caroline and Lulu. And until that time, big hugs to everybody. Stay safe, be well. All right, see you very soon. Bye now.